a video by the Rose System. I am Aurai, and today we are doing my Meet the Altar video. Nova has given me a list of questions to go through, so let's get into it. My name is Aurai. I am an ageless altar, but I typically associate with the mid-teenage years. I am female, and I do look like my avatar. Nova has done a pretty good job. The main difference being I do have a mask that is attached to my person at all times, but making it for the avatar is a little bit beyond what we are capable of doing right now. If Nova remembers, there will be a photo that I did in Picrew over here for you to have a look at. My favourite colour. That is a really good question. I haven't really thought about it. I do like my browns and my greens. My favourite animal? I very much like fireflies. They are absolutely stunning. My favourite flower? I wouldn't say I have a favourite flower, but my favourite plant is definitely wheat. I really like how wheat looks and the way it interacts with the wind. My favourite music. I do love fantasy style music. I am thoroughly enjoying listening to Epic, the musical. I also like just fantasy-esque music in general, regardless of whether it's a musical or just general music. I like cottagecore style music as well. My favourite food. I like fruit, but I actually haven't eaten anything since coming out of dormancy. So I couldn't really tell you. But I am enjoying a good chai latte in the evenings, which is when I am out most commonly. My hobbies. I am an absolute chaos maker. It is my love is to be as chaotic and as unpredictable as possible. I like to consider myself quite mischievous and a bit of a troublemaker. I never do anything to actually harm anyone, but I do enjoy stirring the pot and just causing mischief when and where I can. So yeah, I like to cause Nova a little bit of stress because she doesn't quite necessarily know how to interact with me. So yeah, that is my hobbies. Is I am a mischief maker. I have been wanting to film a video for a little while. We had to work out how the mask was going to work, how to get my clothing to work. You're only seeing my upper half, but I wonder if I can. Okay, this is my lower half. So very wistful type clothing that I wear. A lot of what I wear comes from just scraps of material I found around the place, and that I kind of put together myself to make my outfit. My role in the system, well, this one is very interesting. You might be able to tell from my avatar that I'm not a human altar. I've got the fangs, and that is because I'm non-human. I am a wind nymph, so I hold that element of it, that need for escape. But I also have some unique powers within the system. Something I think, just checking my sources, something that Mia may have brought up at some point is about the force fields that surround our fronting area. I have some power over the force fields, which is really interesting. I am still in the process of experimenting as to with how my power works and how to use it, but I do have quite significant power over that. I can boot Nova from the front, give her a break from the fronting area, which is something she's not able to willingly do. So that is very interesting. But we are learning more about my role the longer I spend out of dormancy. We don't know what caused me to exist. I know I was around for little bits of high school, but I don't know if I existed before high school, and I don't know why I formed. But looking back on some high school memories and some high school photos, there are times I can go, yeah, that was me. Hey. And I was a part of the high school experience of the slightly more chaotic, unpredictable side of things that happened around then. I was also one of the influences in chopping off all of our hair and creating the questionable haircut that we had in our high school years. What is my relationship like with others in the system? I am very good at stressing Nova out. I am very good at interacting with some of the others. Zeta and I get along incredibly well, which terrifies Nova. I'm not entirely sure if Zeta has filmed an update, but he is very different to how he was when he filmed his Meet the Altar video. He's gone through a lot of healing, and he is now just a chaos being who's very fun to be around. He is becoming a favorite amongst the littles when they get used to what he looks like. But he's very much a trickster, and I thoroughly like that. I would say for the most part, I like everyone in the system, but I also like causing chaos. And so some people are still warming up to me because they are still working out how to interact with me in a way that works for everything. Where do I live in the inner world? That is a good question. I kind of go wherever the wind takes me. So I do spend quite a bit of time around Mia's tree. I spend quite a bit of time around the rivers. I'm mostly in the forest. I don't exactly have a set home, but I do enjoy the nature part of our inner world. I also like heading into the back parts of the brain, and the forests back there. I have a pretty good connection with people back there, and so I'm allowed back there when most of the outer dormancy altars aren't. Yeah. What do I think about the channel? Well, I haven't watched any videos since coming out of dormancy, but I like the idea of making videos. I know that Nova does it as a part of talking about being a Christian with DID. And whilst I wouldn't say that I am a Christian, I definitely do believe in God. But the whole religion thing isn't really for me. And so that aspect of it is not really my side of things. But yeah, I like that there is a place where we can record videos, and I like that I get to film whilst looking like myself rather than what the body looks like. And I like the idea of interacting with people outside of those in our head. I've not really interacted with anyone that we know in the physical world. I've interacted with people we know online, and that is nice. And so it's nice to think that I can make videos and put a little bit more positivity into the world. My relationship with God, I'm not a Christian, but I do believe in God. Jesus is pretty cool. But the whole religion thing is not really my thing. I guess Nova would classify me as a believer who doesn't like the terminology, but I view spirituality and faith and religion quite differently from others in the system. My favourite Bible verse or passage, I don't have any. I am a part of the deconstructing side of things that we are doing, and not so much in the reconstructing side of things that we are doing. And so yeah, I'm not really a Bible person. Book of Job is pretty cool though. Horrible story, but pretty cool. But yeah, I'm not really into the whole Bible thing. What else can I say about myself? So I've been out of dormancy for about 2 weeks from the making of this video. So I came out of dormancy in early January of 2026, or mid-January 2026. I am very much a night owl, and so it makes it a little bit difficult for me to front, particularly because we're required to get up at early in the morning for things like work, and I don't particularly like having to be up in the morning because my natural time it's like 1 or 2 a.m. and so having to make myself front earlier in the day is just but that is okay. This is a part of being an adult, even though I am technically not an adult. Technically, I don't have an age, but that is okay. Yeah, so I'm just here for the fun of it. I am here for a little bit of chaos, and I am here to shake things up and hopefully bring some positive changes to the system, some positive changes to the inner world. Hopefully I will assist with trauma responses and helping with just learning to feel safe, and also helping with bringing down some of the more intense amnesia barriers